Comedians becoming businessmen sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we're looking at a clip from the Unique Entertainment channel titled Stavi and Chrissy D trash Tom Segura for divorcing Christina. Now, as some of you know, when I first started covering this, it was just Brendan Schaub's take, Louis J. Gomez's take. Hey, how do these comedians feel about this divorce? And now here we are after Chris D'Elia, Joe List, and Mark Norman got involved with Stavi and Chrissy D talking about it. And this is important because they took over for the Two Bears podcast for last summer or some shit like this. You gotta imagine they're kind of friends. So what's the take here? Let's see what we got.
It feels so, something feels right about being with you in the summer, man.
Yeah.
We had such a beautiful... This is a Summer Bears reunion.
And it's one of those things where, Tom has been public.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about when it comes to the Bears right now.
Yeah, Tom's been very public, and I said, and I'm good friends with Tom, and I just texted him, checking in, how, hope everything's good with the divorce, blah 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 blah. And then I said, hey man, dude,
who's your guy?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, where are you hiding your money? Because I'm getting the reason I've been thinking the reason you probably took so long to get married is because you were figuring out opening up accounts in the Cayman Islands.
Yes, yeah. And the thing is, it just takes a little while because my father does have a criminal background. Yeah. So the Cayman Islands were just a little slow, but we did officially get it done, and it feels
and on paper, you're on food stamps.
Oh, dude, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I mean, yeah, dude. And so I asked Tom.
So here's the thing, too. As I've said in many videos, man, these comedians are probably the first ones to have these type of videos pop up in their fucking algorithm. Because the algorithm is telling them, hey, someone's talking about you. And because of their egos and wanting to know how people feel, and to possibly, hopefully in some cases, change, they watch it. And that's just when it's about them. But let's remember, there's a lot of times where it's not about them, and they are most certainly watching it. So when I put out a video and get less than 100 views, in my head, I'm thinking for sure at least one of those views comes from the person that I'm talking about. And here you have more evidence of these guys being like, there's not much to talk about, even though everybody's talking about it. Not just other comedians. Everybody's talking about the divorce. When that podcast, YMH, came about, they created a massive fan base. And that massive fan base are comedy fans, of course. So when this happened, some of them probably started their own YouTube channel just to talk about it. Because it affected them. Let's hear some more.
Asked Tom, I said, dude, Stavros, I know he's home now, he's been in the movies, but he's home. I said, we can kind of, if you want to tag Summer Bears if you need, and Tom's response was not happening this summer. So it's just one of those things where I think Tom is saying, you know what? I make a clip to the divorce.
I think let them finish all their legal proceedings before they put a. They learn their lesson,
right? Yeah.
Trusting two fucking idiots like us.
I know. Well, it was one of those things.
$1 million property.
Where I know I asked Tom once. Tom was like, I was like, how you liking Summer Bears or Winter Bears? He's like, dude, I love it. He was like, and I love it because the first 30 minutes of seemingly every episode is just you two shitting on Bert. So he was like, Bert kind of just, he was like, I watch Bert just kind of taking all this in about how the comedy scene really feels about him. And then he said, it's fun for me to watch Bert.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, smart for Tom, because this would have been his summer.
Oh,
this would have been the summer that Tom's in the crosshairs. That's why he's the shrewdest between the two of them.
Let me tell you something right now. Out of all the people we know, and we know a lot of people who are making real money, and we're at the point now, we've been doing this
So maybe that's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, Tom isn't necessarily worried about the divorce. Christina's a working comedian also, but I think it's also in his head that it's on her now. It's on her now. I'm not fully supporting this family. She can't. So if it has or hasn't gone to court already, who knows what the end result will be? How much will Tom lose? How much will he disappear? Because at the end of the day, I think the disappearing is more unlikely due to the fact that he's going to need that Two Bears income. Especially if YMH is going to fall to pieces, because how are they going to pay 7 producers and people are only watching half of the episodes because they sided with Christina or sided with Tom. He's got to keep up 2 Bears because, by God, Bert needs to keep doing shit.
So long where it's like we've watched our peers become moguls. Some of them become moguls.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where, but Tom, out of all of them, is the shrewdest. Like, Tom is one of those guys. When I was talking to Tom once, I did a show with him. I opened up for him at the freaking United Center, right? He killed whatever. And then immediately after, you know, I was like, how'd you like the show? Tom was like, oh, it was great. Within 5 seconds, somebody came up to him with a clipboard and was going over the F&B, the merchandise, the food and beverage, the merchandise, and basically the profit in, the numbers in, numbers out.
See, respect, but I didn't do comedy, do gay shit like that. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, now, everybody will say that Stavi's like the guy. He's one of the few comedians that fully gets it. He'll talk shit about these guys, blah, blah, blah. But I also think, in a way, he's willing to say these things because as soon as he does run into any of these people, he's going to bend the knee. He's going to say, hey, you know, I was just joking, man. If you know, hopefully we ain't got beef. And that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, you can't put this guy on a pedestal. He's still right there, too. He's kissing the ring of anybody he can, whether that's Shane Gillis or Tom Segura or a Joe Rogan. He's trying to make sure that he can stay within this space. Now, does that mean Stavi isn't creating his own stuff, getting in movies, and flourishing? No, he's doing great. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people that are like, well, Stavi gets this, man. Stavi's our guy. And it's like, yeah, maybe a little, maybe in a joking way. But as soon as he's offered to eat, you know, at the same table, by God, he's going to munch, dude.
I think the business, the like, comedians becoming businessmen sucks.
Yeah.
That's not who the fuck we are. We're not smart, and we're not business guys.
That's why.
All right, I like that. That's huge. Comedians becoming businessmen, like they have to have an empire, is wacky. I'll never understand it. It's stranger than being a rock star. Because here you are trying to make Tom Segura a brand, 2 Bears, 1 Cave a brand, YMH a brand. Hey, we put together podcasts with Duncan Trussell and Kurt Metzger so they can talk conspiracies like comedians used to 22 years ago, right? Stupid shit like that. It's like, just be funny. Work on being the funniest you possibly can. That's what I would say to any up-and-coming comedian. Be as funny as you can. Success will find you. Success will find you. Especially if you're good at it. If you are actually as funny as you possibly can be and people notice, great. But there's some people, comedians that have been super funny and ended up being branded as a Kill Tony comic or as a Rogan comic. No, there's not really any Rogan comics that are very funny, but Nate Bargatze, some of those guys over there, you're like, okay, so I'm going to stop watching because this guy's just clean. Even though it's like, I don't care if you're clean, dirty, whatever the fuck, dude. Be funny. That's it.
Why Christina wanted the divorce?
Why can't we just be fun? Yeah. Look, I don't want to. I will not. No conjecture here. Those are actual friends of ours going through a public divorce. I do not envy them.
Yeah.
But look, I will say, everyone's looking at it from the fat
rich
guy
and
loses
hot.
weight.
Yeah.
He divorced. Do you think it's fun? Who do you think it's more fun to be married to?
Yeah.
But also, here's the thing. Did Tom marry down? Did he marry somebody not equal to him? Or no, Christina's so much better than Tom, 100%. Tom got lucky in the first place. If anything, Christina settled. Sure, Tom might look a little more like a normal guy now than he did before, where other women might find him attractive. But when they were first together, first got married, Christina definitely ended up with somebody lower than her in the attractiveness scale. Okay? Tom was a fucking schlub. And just because he shaves that disgusting, receding hairline away and lost some weight, he's still a gross looking guy. He looks like a fucking pterodactyl, bro.
Yeah. A fun fat guy or a guy on peptides.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you had to pick in your old age, like, that's what I'm banking on.
100%.
For me,
the prime of my life, I've known since I was a boy.
Yeah.
Is going to be my 40s.
Oh yeah.
As a child, you look at me and you're like, that child should be bald, obese,
yes,
with a bad back, and that will be the prime of his life.
That
was my. You could see it in my face.
Oh yeah.
This is who I was always meant to be.
No, any girl out there listening, just know if
I think you forgot to say that's because he's always looked like he's in his 40s. Once you get to your 40s and you look like you've been in your 40s your whole life, nailed it, dude. But guys, this is Stavi and Chrissy talking about the divorce. I mean, talking about comedians as a whole. And whatever you believe is whatever you believe. We're just here to cover it, give you a take, and have some fun. If you like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Do that over at Unique Entertainment. And we'll see you in the next one.